Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Roberto Soldic,
Corey Sanderhagen,
Mikey Mushashemi, Nama Nunes.
Well, Khabib.
Every time I make one of these Brendan Schaub Can't Talk videos, I always think to myself that it'll be the last one of its kind because there's no way I'll be able to find any more stuff to do another one. And every time I am proven wrong by Papa. His work ethic is unlike any other because instead of using words or names that already exist, he chooses to create his own. Like, could you imagine the anarchy of playing Scrabble with Brenda? He'd be making up words left, right, and center. And if you called him out on it, he'd double down and gaslight you into thinking you're the one that's wrong. But that's just who Papa is. He just goes. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, which I know you haven't because I have 0 followers, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting clips and other stuff on there. With that out of the way, I'll be starting off this video with a silly compilation of Brenda messing up fighter names, which is hilarious because he prides himself on getting fighter names correct and thinks he's better at it than Callan.
You're not very good with names.
Compared to you,
you're
Jordan
the worst.
Peterson.
No, you're the worst.
Not when it comes to fighters. I'm just bad with general names.
Terrible with names.
Yeah, but when fighters, because I have to do it. Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas. How you like that for pronunciation? Suck on them balls. I'm getting better.
Corey Sanderhagen, on this week's Food Truck Diaries.
But the Chris Dukakis, Mikey Mushashemi is on there. Mushameshi. Roberto Soldic. Soldich? I said Soldic. Soldich. Oh, Piera. Then Izzy's just dominating.
Wow. By the way, who's this Pierre that you keep talking about?
Piera.
No, it's Pereira.
Piera.
Pereira.
It is what it is.
I'm trying to make it easy for you. It's not quite as tough as Adesanya. You know they say that incorrectly. It's Adesanya, not Adesanya. You know that, right?
Ichikan.
Adesanya.
I don't think so. What else you got?
I'm talking about Izzy Pierre, okay?
Piera? Alex Piera?
So, and I think you and I talked about this, but don't want to get Joe's perspective on this. So Pierre, maybe just because of his striking.
Pereira.
He takes out Pereira. He takes
you
out
say Pereira if you want to be English.
Okay.
Pereira.
So he takes out.
Let's introduce you to Yana. Hit the last name for me, Chin.
Kunitskaya.
It
could be Japanese.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Kunitskaya. Introducing Yana Kunitskaya. Kunitskaya was born in 1989 in the city of Murmansk,
Russia.
I didn't say Russia there.
That last clip may be the first time I've ever seen Brenda do something funny, and it's probably the last, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Now, we already know that Bapacito isn't very good with names, and what makes him extra insufferable is how much he shits on Callan when he gets a name wrong. Like, he uses the moment to completely derail the ongoing conversation so that he can flog Callan into cuckery.
Did you watch the Makachev Orlovsky fight?
I did. Who's Orlovsky?
Not Orlovsky. Volkanovski.
Dude,
Volkanovski.
I want to die.
I know
Frank.
him so long. And I know
Volkanovski.
No, I'm glad you went with it. I can't have that.
Yes, I think
in my business, I can't have that.
Hold on, what did you
think?
That was a great
remind people the Daisy chicks, the Dixie chicks. Their whole
Daisy,
career.
though.
Yeah, they're.
He sure as hell isn't good with fighter names, and you best believe he isn't very good with regular names either.
The salts. I saw you taking it.
I think Juju Mufus.
I don't know.
Here's what's cool. Did you see Ethan Hawke when Steve Colbert asked? He goes, "Ethan Hawke, what happens when we die?" It's his question. Bring up Ethan Hawke's answer. It's pretty cool.
Do you do in the robot voice?
Ethan Hawke, what do you think happens when we die?
Imaginary time. People think it's something you have in dreams, or when you're up against a deadline, but it's a well-defined concept.
This is on the Late Show? Do you do in the robot voice? Yeah, what did Ethan Hawkins have?
He had ALS.
Stephen
That's
I think Big J Orkson right now. Big J's doing it. His last special, the best special I've seen in a hot second. Big J Orkson. Well, I forget what's his name. Greg Fitzgerald.
Fitzsimmons.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
He cuts the promo. Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
These guys are opening a door to North Korea.
Yeah,
Charles Smith, retired basketball players, X-ray hip, and whatever's going to go solve it.
to a monarchy.
But that Ken Jung, right? He loves Rodman. It's his favorite player because the Bulls in the 90s, he's like obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he'll allow
yeah, yeah.
Rodman to go there because they're obsessed with him.
Oh, yeah. So he just loves him particularly.
Yes.
So this next clip is, in my opinion, one of the craziest clips in the Bopaverse. The start of the clip seems innocent enough. It starts off with, Berea, I love you. But this is where it gets funky. He writes, Sod worth tay, which, if we translate Schwabinese to English, means so worth it. Then he goes on some tangent about traffic, which is so unnecessary, and then we get to the good part. Here you see that even after thinking and concentrating so hard, he spelled a word as simple as always wrong. And to make it worse, he underlined it. But that's not even the best part. The best part is when you hear the people behind the camera talking. One person says, does he know how to spell that? Or something along those lines. To which the second person shushes them, but they still let out a, what the fuck? In disbelief of Papa's redactedness.
What's that?
Then Bappa says, what did I spell wrong? Did I fuck up? And the poor second dude is like, nope, we're good. While the cameraman is simultaneously zooming in on the mistake.
What did I spell wrong? Did I fuck up?
Nope, we're good.
And the cherry on top is the first guy saying, that's fucking crazy. How do you spell always wrong?
That's fucking crazy. How do you spell?
I'll be honest, I didn't even catch this interaction the first time I watched it, but when I did, I couldn't stop laughing because it's such a fucking surreal look into Brendan Schaub's day-to-day life. Like, he legit looks like one of those guys that pronounces milk with an E. Oh wait, he does do that.
What's impressive is he had a milk and was able to punch the kid and still kick him in the face. That's what kind of savage you're dealing with, dude.
You also say milk very trashy. You say it like him.
Yes.
With an E. Milk.
So for the rest of the video, I'll leave you to enjoy the unfiltered viewing of Brendan Schaub being a wordsmith.
I saw Oppenheimer.
You take a piece of metal and
I saw
you put it
Oppenheimer.
in. Yeah.
It's a bummer because he was in Germany or France shooting Parts Unknown, and then they said he's supposed to go to dinner with his good friend. Oh, I'm hungry right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking hungry, dude.
We should get a charcuterie board for the
Wow,
next show.
nice try, dude.
I'll tell you one of the coolest things I've ever done, though, is
You're just thirsty.
when I was in the Sahara Nevada.
Sierra Nevada.
Sahara Nevada?
The Sierra Nevada.
Sierra.
The Sahara is a desert.
Talking about fraternity?
Fraternity?
Another thing on Netflix would be the series Cheers.
Cheers?
With the cheerleaders?
Oh, cheer.
Yeah, with cheerleaders.
But what I'm saying is,
Everyone's hot. Everyone's fair. It's all about
No,
the
I'm not
eye
saying-
of the beauty beholder.
Dude, what I like to use the shots, so the pink lemonade shots. I take one shot and daddy's ready to go. I turn to Elon Musk for about 20 minutes and then it runs out. It's the best focus product I've ever used. Best part, it's all natural. Visit Happy Hippo Herbals.
you say herbal still, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's herbal, but
It's all this shit, like haters, right? They will remain unanimous, stuff like this, and unanimous. They remain unanimous, all the
Unanimous,
stuff.
good, unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous.
Dude, everything they eat, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese, bean cheese. I'm like,
They had the, you order the alcohol on the list, and it was like, Modelo, $18. I'm not going to listen to some rich person tell me how I should vote or how I should handle this situation. It's like, you were born with a spoon in your mouth. I'm not going to listen to you.
A silver spoon.
Hey, I don't relate to you in any spoon. I don't relate to you in any facet. You know what I'm saying? But you've walked the walk, so same. Right? So go to onit.com/Schaub, SCHAB, receive 10% off everything, supplements. Let me talk to this doctor over here. Now we have epidemic. Now we got Vitor
Epidemic. It's my bad. It's not an epidemic. It's an epidemic.
It's an epidemic. No, you're right, though.
It was just kind of the scapegoat.
Theater. It's theater.
He's an scapegoat.
And I do.
We're in a day and age now where with the internet and people remain unanimous and talk all this shit and all that stuff, and there's no repercussions. So part of me goes, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, like I always say. Water, Bappa. Oh, dude, right up here, the Jacks of Night, the pumpkin Jacks of Night. They do the Jacks of Night.
Yeah.
This thing's by far the best thing, I think, in
Knights
North America.
of the Jack.
When it comes to Halloween, the Queen was bad as fuck.
Who?
In King and Queen? Back then?
What's the name of the show?
King and Queen? Apple don't fall from the tree, my man. I can't talk.
It's just, it's like, it's a weird thing because I said to Brendan, I said, it's like, it's like watching someone die or something.
It's dicey because you're rolling the dice.